How we all doing? Good?
Yeah.
All right, so first and foremost, I want to give all thanks and praises to God for giving us the opportunity to be here as a group, as a network. I want to give a big shout out to the G team.
Yeah.
Okay. Truly though, to be here is nothing short of a blessing. Where I'm from, coming from Sierra Leone, Africa, and having the opportunity to be here with you guys as a co-founder and CEO of Grovara is a long journey. And it's a journey that I greatly appreciate, right? You know, a lot of my family members helped me a lot. You know, I have my beautiful wife here. And it's just really, you know, it's just having good people around you that really help you in every step of the way to build what we have as a company. And one of those people is Peter Groverman. Come here. You know, big brother, little brother, right? not literally, but kind of like that. But anyway, I've known Peter since when? 2008. Met him a few blocks here at a bar in Philly. Our lawyer, who left a little early, is Mike. Mike still here?
He left.
Mike Crossy introduced us because him and I were neighbors. I always used to go to the bar with Mike every other weekend talking about, business. And he told me that he had the perfect person for me to meet, right? So first impression, obviously Peter, you know, standing at a certain statue, love to talk a lot. But, you know, he will talk. But the interesting thing though is he makes a lot of sense. And, you know, well-traveled, how many countries have you been to? Like
70.
Yeah,
65.
Dozens of countries. So we had that in common, and I told him it was 12 years ago that I think him and I are gonna work together, but I believe whatever business we're gonna do, it has to do with international. You know, I'm lucky enough to travel to 41 countries now, love cultures, love people. So I just wanna say it took those relationships to build what we have. You know, we have a really awesome team. Everybody knows the G energy, right? I just want to give a big shout out as well and much thanks to our team here from Juliana, Chris Nelson, Kerry, Barry, Eugenia. I could go on and on. You know, Coral, Cassio are not here. And everybody in between. What I'm stressing on, it really takes a team. It really takes people that are passionate about just transforming international trade, transforming global trade. What Peter and I set to do, and Peter's gonna talk on his side. Part of the reason why we're here today is really to celebrate Peter, but we set out to really transform global trade. We saw a real gap where great brands are manufactured in the United States that the world did not have the chance to really try and experience. And we saw that, you know, back then it was like 2% of brand or so exported. And we know that we are not brands or retailers, but what we can do is to put the right team together to build the technology that will empower trade. So I just want to say we're on this quest. It's a big goal to transform global trade, but I believe within the next 2 to 3 years, the industry is going to wake up to see that, you know, you may not need an exporter or an international distributor. You may use a marketplace like Grovara with your team and connect with retailers and distributors all across the world. So we have a big goal, G team. We're in the forefront of transforming export and import. I believe we have the right team. We have the right energy, the right partners. We have a lot of partners here, okay? A big shout out to John. You know, he's our partner, lives in the state, but we are working on some things in Mexico. You know, Andrew, Daniela from Nestle, thank you so much for gracing us in this occasion. And Matt Merson there, you know, has been by our side as an advisor for years now. Thank you so much. And you know, like Peter's family has really stepped up, you know, and just guiding us and mentoring us throughout this journey, and everybody in between. our favorite guys, you know, Randy and Patrick are here too. So in any case, we're going to change global trade. And we are the marketplace for exporting and importing consumer brands around the world. We could have never been in this position without the team and the network, the people that we have. So thank you so much, all.
Oh my God. Stop this.
Hey, so a celebration of me is a celebration for anyone wearing one of these jackets. Okay? Let's be very clear here. You know, the quote of Boo from the start, it takes a village. Well, it takes a G team. And who was it? Was it Coral? Coral taught me something new today. Everyone knows about the heart hand. Yeah?
Okay.
But do you know about the Grovara Go Global? I didn't know about that. Thanks, Coral. That was good. You know, the definition, what's the definition of an entrepreneur? Who knows the definition of an entrepreneur? Anybody want to take a guess? Barry, what's the definition of an entrepreneur? Come on, let's go, Barry. Don't look it up, let's go.
Someone who wants to make money and do good in this world.
That's a good go. Anyone else want to try definition of entrepreneur off the top of your head?
Right here.
Karen, go ahead.
I would say it's someone that takes something from nothing and they try to sell it and promote it to the world. And they start from scratch. It's something that no one has ever thought of before.
All right, that's good. The definition of an entrepreneur is a person who assumes more than normal financial risk in the process of starting their business. That's the definition of an entrepreneur. Now, Abu and I are more than normal in everything we do. And obviously it's inherent that we be more than normal in assuming risk, especially financial risk, to get to where we are today. But how much more than normal are we? Right? That's a good question I ask myself. Right? Every day. Well, did you know that in America today, there's roughly 28 million businesses? Okay? Fun fact. 28 million businesses. Abu, what percentage of those 28 million businesses will achieve $1 million in revenue? $1 million in revenue, Abu.
Less than 1%?
That's right. Less than 1% of 28 million businesses will achieve over $1 million in revenue. In fact, the true number is 0.4% of all businesses will achieve over $1 million in revenue. And of that 0.4%, what percentage will achieve $10 million in revenue?
1% of the 0.5.
10%.
10%.
10%.
Okay.
10%.
Okay, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay.
So the chances of a business achieving more than starting a company and then breaking $1 million in revenue under 1% and then breaking $10 million in revenue, it's almost impossible. Why would anyone assume the risk? This year, Grovara will hit, what's our GMV going to be this year?
Oh man, you want to give?
Yeah, I want to go over $10 million in GMV. So when you think about what is the definition of entrepreneur, right, Barry?
Crazy guys.
A person who will start a business and assume more than normal financial risk. And the two of us up here, along with all of you who gambled by taking apart the put on the jacket to help us achieve our goals, are absolutely part of that group. And it's such an honor to be here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And thank you, Abu, for this opportunity.